Welcome agents, AgentHuntzman here. Today's debrief is going to be a little different because this is not just a build guide and it's also not just another fast leveling video either. This is an operational manual I genuinely wish most players had when starting the Division Resurgence, because this game overwhelms new players very quickly. The moment you begin playing, the game starts throwing gear systems, recalibration, classes, farming, mods, stats, crafting, damage types, optimization systems, all at you almost immediately. And because of that, a lot of players accidentally build terribly progression habits early without even realizing it. Some waste resources, some constantly restart builds, some focus on the wrong stats, and some eventually reach endgame completely unprepared for how the game actually scales later on. So in today's SHD Manual, we are breaking this progression guide into 3 major operational phases. First phase, we are covering the early and mid-game mindset. How new players should approach the classes, builds, combat fundamentals, progression systems, and resources management without slowing themselves down early. Then we move into the entering endgame. It's not the endgame yet. This is where we are breaking down build identity, farming efficiency, power score mistakes, resource management, and how progression actually starts scaling later on. And finally, we'll cover the true endgame mentality, meaning how experienced players think, team synergy, positioning, combat momentum, refinement, and what actually separates advanced players from beginners long term. So if you want to jump between sections later, there will also be full timestamps in the description below. Because honestly, the Division Resurgence becomes much easier once you stop fighting the systems and start understanding them. Also, just before we start, I would like to say that there is some information that I would like to share with everyone at the end of the video. Please stay tuned for that because this is some very juicy information. For the first phase, which is the early game, I need you to understand that you must learn the systems. Don't try to perfect them yet, okay? This is where most players make their first major mistakes. They try to optimize way too early. Listen carefully, agents. During early game, your mission is not to create the perfect build. Your mission is to understand the battlefield, because early game gear gets replaced constantly. The more you level up, you get better gear. So if you obsess over perfect stats, recalibration, optimization, ideal gear combinations, you end up wasting credits, materials, resources, all these things that are precious right now. So instead, focus on understanding how the game works. Learn weapon feel before damage numbers, alright? How your weapon feels on your hand, on the hand of a character. A weapon is not automatically strong just because the damage number is bigger. Please keep that in mind. Pay attention to stability, the recoil, the handling, the fire rate, the reload time specifically, alright? And the effective range as well, because the damage does drop the more bigger your distance is from the enemy. Because later on, weapon comfort affects accuracy, combat consistency, pressure control, proc uptime, engagement rhythm, all of these things. And honestly, those things matter much more than beginner realize, alright? Experiment with classes early. You see, this is a major thing. This is the best time to test your classes. You're in the early game, because later in the game, specialization becomes significantly more important. Earlier on, try your support, try the front line, try the DPS, try the utility character. It doesn't matter. Just try everything out, see how it feels. Figure out what feels natural to you, because progression becomes dramatically smoother once your build matches your playstyle, alright? Next thing, learn enemy behaviors. You're in the early game, just learn them, learn about them, learn about the AI, learn about the movement of the enemies that they make when things start going south. Most beginners only focus on shooting the enemy, but experienced players study enemy behavior. They watch repositioning, the rush timing, the flank patterns, the grenade usage, the suppression reactions, alright? Because understanding enemy behavior is becoming incredibly variable during difficult content later on in the story. Honestly, awareness often matters more than raw aim. Alright, for the next point as well, save important resources. In the beginning of the game, you will be given plenty of resources. Try not to waste them. Avoid heavily investing early on in the game. Recalibration, crafting, upgrades, optimization. Alright, your gear changes too quickly at low levels. Too quickly. Use resources carefully until your progression path becomes clearer later. Alright? Phase 2 is the mid-game. This is where build identity starts forming. You see, now the game starts changing. Enemies become tougher, combat becomes less forgiving, and your build decisions suddenly matters much more. This is where many players accidentally slow their own progression down. For the first point, stop equipping completely random gear. For all that is great in the world, at this stage, synergy starts becoming more important than raw score increases, okay? Don't equip something only because the arrow is green or the score increased or the damage number looks bigger. Please start paying attention to the set bonuses. Start alignment, raw synergy, build consistency. Your gear should support your role, not fight against it. For the second point, understand your core stats. Most builds start forming around firepower, toughness, or engineering. And these stats heavily influence your combat role. For example, engineering supports utility and skills. Your toughness supports frontline stability. Firepower supports your weapon scaling. Trying to balance everything equally usually creates a much weaker build than necessary, because focused builds perform better almost always. See, for the third point here, damage types matter much more than players realize. Okay, this is one of the most overlooked systems in the game right now. The Division Resurgence uses blast, piercing, and shredding damage, and each one performs differently depending on the enemy type, the battlefield conditions, mission pacing, engagement structure. Piercing performs extremely well against armored enemies. Shredding excels at aggressive pressure. Blast damage is great against the raw HP of the enemy. But something very simple to remember: if there is a dark blue bar on top of the health bar of the enemy, it's piercing. If it's a light blue, it's shredding. If it's a red one, it's blast damage. Using the appropriate damage type will allow you to do more damage to those enemies. Alright? Keep that in mind. A strong player adapts their tools to the mission. Weak players use the same setup for every situation, and that creates progression issues later on. If this SHD manual is helping you understand the game differently already, make sure to subscribe, because we're going much deeper into tactical systems and progression analysis moving forward. For the fourth point, stop restarting progression constantly, please. This is where many players destroy their own efficiency. Constantly changing classes creates fragmented farming, wasted materials, inconsistent scaling, weak optimization paths. Because different classes usually requires different stats, different sets, different progression priorities. Experimentation is healthy, but eventually you need direction. Endgame rewards specialization, not indecision. Alright? Now for the fifth point, understand your role early. Okay? If you want to play tank, your role is to be a tank. You don't want to take a tank and try to turn it into a DPS. That's not the actual main role. By mid-game, you should start identifying what kind of player you actually are. Do you prefer frontline pressure, a support, battlefield control, utility, aggressive clearing? Because your role affects positioning the gear choices, the stat priorities, the weapon selection, the combat responsibilities as well. And once your role identity becomes clearer, your progression becomes much smoother later on. Phase 3 is when we are entering the end game. This is where the game starts punishing bad decisions. Okay, this is where many players hit the progression wall. And honestly, this is where the game becomes much more strategic. First point, power score is not your build. Okay, this is one of the biggest misconceptions in the game. Higher score does not automatically means a stronger build. Sometimes a higher score item destroys synergy, it weakens your cooldown flow, it lowers important stats, it breaks your role efficiency. And properly optimized lower score setup can outperform a random high score gear very easily, because function matters more than appearance. Always. Second point, farming needs direction. At the end game, random farming becomes extremely inefficient. Before farming, experienced players usually know which set they need, which stats matter, what role they are optimizing, which upgrade improves the build the most. That creates targeted progression, and targeted progression is dramatically faster than random grinding. Third point, upgrade one core build first. Okay? Do not spread resources across unfinished builds, random weapons, multiple classes, unnecessary recalibrations. I've done that. I'm saying this for you not to repeat it. Learn from me. Don't repeat my mistakes, please. It will save you days. Focus on one primary role, one core setup, one optimization path. Strong progression comes from concentrated investment, not scattered upgrades. Fourth point, endgame rewards uptime and stability. As difficulty increases, consistency becomes critical. This means stable cooldowns, predictable combat flow, reliable survivability, sustained pressure, constant utility. Flashy builds can look powerful. Reliable builds clear content consistently. There's a huge difference here. 5. The always watch is a long-term system. Okay? A lot of players underestimate the always watches, but watch progression heavily affects scaling, survivability, efficiency, utility, and strength, overall account growth, every single thing there. It's a very important tool on your build. And because upgrades requires duplicates, this system, it's gonna take a little while, okay? Endgame progression is gradual. Your build is not supposed to become perfect immediately. Phase 4 is the true endgame mentality. And right here is where you understand how experienced players think. This is where the mindset changes completely, okay? Experienced players stop thinking only about the damage numbers. Now the focus becomes efficiency, positioning, stability, consistency, pressure management, momentum control, team interactions even, okay? So, first and foremost, the team synergy starts dominating combat. At higher difficulties, teams become dramatically stronger when roles complement each other. For example, a frontliner player stabilizes pressure, support player maintain efficiency, utility players control aggression, and the DPS players eliminate priority threats. 4 selfish builds usually perform worse than one coordinated team. Okay? That's something many players realize way too late. 2. Positioning matters more than raw DPS. A lot of endgame deaths happen because of poor spacing, weak repositioning, bad cover usage, overexerting yourself. The good positioning lowers your income pressure, creates a safer engagement, protects your teammate, stabilizes difficulty during the fight. And honestly, this is one of the biggest differences between average and advanced players, okay? Number 3, high level combat is about momentum. Difficult encounters are often decided by which side controls momentum. Strong teams, they maintain the pressure, they recover from mistakes quickly, they stabilize dangerous situations, they control the battlefield flow. Now a weak team, they start panicking the moment someone's fall. They lose formation, they collapse under pressure. They lose the combat rhythm instantly the moment something goes out of hand. Understanding momentum becomes extremely important during a high level content. Okay? Now fourth, the end game becomes about refinement. Okay? Keep this in mind. Eventually progression will slow down dramatically. And that's normal. At this stage, improvements become incremental. Stronger mods, a better stat rules, a cleaner optimization here and there, a stronger synergy between the sets, a more efficient setups. Endgame becomes less about finding random upgrades and more about refining the systems. Now for a final little tip here. The final debrief is just the biggest mistakes players make, okay? This is something to keep in mind that majority of players are making right now as you're watching this video. Before we close the SHD manual, here are the biggest mistakes slowing most players down. And they are constantly restarting progression, blindly chasing power score, wasting resources early, ignoring damage systems, farming without direction, overbuilding random stats, copying builds without understanding them, refusing specialization, prioritizing damage over consistency. The players' progression faster are usually not the players grinding the hardest. They're the players progressing intelligently. They know the path that they want to achieve. They know the goal that they want to acquire as soon as with the class. Alright? They have the path paved for themselves before they even start. That's why they're able to achieve a much faster build for their character compared to others. So yeah, agents, the Division Resurgence can absolutely feel overwhelming at first. But once you understand the progression flow, the role identity, damage systems, efficiency farming, building synergy, all of the good stuff that makes the Division Resurgence, the game starts making much more sense. And honestly, the deeper you go into the end game, the less this game becomes about random loot. And the more it becomes about tactical understanding, the efficiency, the pressure management, the teamwork, and the system mastery. That's what separates players who stay stuck from players who continue evolving long term. If you enjoy this SHD manual and want to see more tactical debriefs like this, drop a like. So I know you want more of these full breakdowns. Stay sharp out there, agents. AgentHuntzman, signing out.
But wait, there's more.
Well everyone, this is me after recording the whole video, and I wanted to talk about something. This week I asked y'all what class should I play moving forward, right? Because I wanted to change. Now majority of people on the votes, it did technically win the tech operative, but I started the game with it, so I ended up choosing the field medic in the end. So right now I am playing the field medic. I am busy in the process of making a proper field medic, on the fact that although I will be helping a lot with the healing and so forth, I will also be applying damage as well. Now I have a whole process saved for it and written down already of how it's supposed to look like. So right now I am using the OS protocol, which is the medical excellence, which the perk is restored health of an ally whose is above 50% of the current health, grants their allied team additional healing equal to 5% of max health. Restoring the health of any ally whose health is below of the current health grants the target additional healing equal to 12.5% max health. Now, this gives a burst healing if the person is dying, obviously, and it does give extra healing if they're already above 50% health. This is really good in general. He focuses on healing intensity. Obviously, I will be needing a few copies of it to make it even better, but eventually I'll get there. Now, if we go back and we look at the pieces. Now, when we look at the armor, I don't have the armor set yet. I'm still going to be farming for that. I'm going to be needing a 4 pieces that is focused on toughness and a 2 piece that's focusing on firepower. Toughness simply because the class scales with toughness. So that will be necessary for the class in general so that I can give more healing as well. And the 2 piece of firepower is simply because I need to do some damage as well. Now, the skill chips, I will be using the Beneficial Association, the Coordinated Strike, and the Auto Trauma Treatment. The Auto Trauma Treatment is actually really nice, simply for the fact that you can throw your healing bag on the floor and start reviving them automatically, right? Without needing you to go there and revive yourself. That's really good in general. The gear pieces that I'm aiming for is a 4-piece Dr. Medic and a 2-piece Healing Elites. Yeah. That one will give me quite a bit of protection for my team, while also allowing me to heal more as well. The weapon I will be using though is going to be an LMG and an SMG. The reason being is because I want to use the LMG. The one I'm going to use is this one, the LAMG, right? The Stoner, which right now I will be using this. I'm just not using right now because I don't actually have the mods for it yet. I'm still going to be needing to farm that. The reason I'm using this is because of Blood for Blood. Now, kills and assists restored 5.6% max health, while above 50% health, weapon hits consume 0.5% max health to deal additional damage equals to 0.7% max health. Now, this perk allows you to drain some health from you to do more damage. Since you're playing as a healer, you technically have this damage boost consistently all the time because you're just healing yourself all the time when you're applying the extra damage. You're allowed to have massive uptime with it, which is amazing in the long run, right? Obviously, there is also the Calm and Collected, which allows me to reload much faster, and especially since I'm using LMG, which the reload time does have a habit of being a little bit longer, and I can just get into cover and reload much faster. That's amazing as well. Now, for the SMG that I will be using, for now, I will be using the PPSH-41. This one has swap into this weapon, grants extra health equals to 20% max health for 8 seconds. Reloading grants plus 2.6% skill cooldown recovery for 10 seconds, up to 5 stacks, which is really good for general use. Obviously, it has weapon multi-shot chance and weapon piercing damage boost. And later on, I will be finding other guns, farming for more weapons, which will allow me to have more damage as well. Now, the main goal with the class is to be able to do some damage. Obviously, I'm not expecting to do more damage than let's say a Vanguard, right? But I still need to be able to clear content if I need be solo. Now, something I will also have extra is for the healing hive is this one, the offensive defense. Simply because the description of it does change here. It says that it uses 240% weapon damage, right? Now, sometimes it will say weapon damage, sometimes it will say uses, if I'm saying 240% of the toughness, but we will stay swapping between the two. The main reason I will have that is because for my gear, the stats that I'm searching for is skill intensity and weapon damage. Simply because I want to do more damage, the skill intensity allows my abilities to do much more healing in the long run for my team. So for now, that is the plan. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, just wanted to give a heads up there to everyone. that from now on I will be using the field medic class. I know the tech operative was the most voted, but I had to dig down into myself and go back to the roots of back when I used to play Call of Duty Mobile and I was a medic main back then. So I ended up becoming that. I do apologize for not following the tech operative, but I will be using the field medic from now on, and I will be farming moving forward as well. Okay. And I just wanted to let you guys know. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you stayed until here, drop a like down below and send them, let's say field medic in in the comments below. Say that so that I know that you guys stayed until the end of the video. Hope you guys have an amazing day, a good morning, good afternoon, and good night.